Leaf Brian Murphy and Tony Saracolo are the linesmen as we get set to start the final game before the Christmas break. And the Leafs start smothered easily by Jonathan Bernier.
Molson Canadian Leafs hockey on Sportsnet. Brought to you by Molson Canadian, diehard fan and proud partner of the Leafs.
We'll show you the first power play by the Maple Leafs, and you like the move. The power play is Bernier with another good stop.
So another draw coming in the circle to his left. And changes being made by the Maple Leafs as well. Still no score here in the first period. An icing charge. Clarkson apparently didn't touch it.
This period brought to you by Toyota. The year-end countdown is on now, making it the perfect time to get into a new Toyota.
Clarkson arguing with the officials that he in fact made contact with that puck at the blue line, but to no avail. Called it the hotbed of hockey in the South. It really hasn't produced an awful lot of players, although it is a Division I school. But young man Mr. Talbot has done a pretty good job, and he's played well here when Lundqvist has really struggled.
And Doug McLean's son, Clark, was in Alabama. How much you played with him?
Yeah, and as well, guys, Chris Byrne, head coach of the Ottawa 67's, baby brother Mark, one of the first goaltenders ever when that program opened up in Division I hockey. So it goes back a little bit.
We got a little problem here with, well, the puck coming out. Gunnarsson in position ahead of Brad Richards. Icing is called against the New Yorkers. Tonight's keys to the game are brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of the NHL.
Well, tonight the Leafs wanted to jump on the tentative Rangers because the Rangers have had a very difficult time with this homestand. Just 2-4-2 coming into the game. And for the Rangers, it's hard to know what their identity really has been this year. But one of the things they can do is
in front just as the horn goes to end the first period.
This period.
56 degrees here with a little bit of rain. The cold temperatures that are going through Toronto are to hit here probably tomorrow. Although a lot of people were suggesting that up took it off the shoulder and then was able to pin it there with Chris Kreider on the doorstep. And the faceoff coming in the Toronto zone. Backup goaltender James Reimer looking on as after the 3-goal first period against Detroit, Randy Carlyle made the goaltend line Brassard, but it's offside at the Toronto blue line. And they will bring it back in front of the Ranger bench.
the knock on Peter Holland when he was a younger player, he was one-dimensional, offensive player in junior, and didn't really learn the other side of the game in terms of defense. He's on the left side of your screen here. The Leafs get caught a little bit. Look at Holland. Just right back.
35 minutes, 34.
League has really helped this youngster.
And make a change if he so desires, but elects to stay with the group that he has out onto the ice. And they'll do it in the face-off circle to the right.
The Rangers chip it out. Now look, but Riley's tremendous skating ability at least got back to make it maybe a 2-on-1.
Handled again by Talbot.
Yeah, and the Rangers just didn't execute it.
But it didn't go too far away from the lead netminder, who was able to pounce on it.
Well, at least for him in a little bit here on their last shift, as though a little bit tired as well as they started to play at the other end, and they're very fortunate. Jake Gardner with some pretty nice work to get the puck free, although Franson doesn't get it out, and Dorsett does a real nice job on the puck pressure, but then the Leafs finally got themselves out of trouble.
Strawman chest once again, and another face-off coming.
Now it's time to live the game with Windows. Sportsnet.ca profiles the greatest Leafs of all time. Darryl Sittler is ranked 9th. Read about 1976, Darryl's most prolific year. It's a prelude to the alumni games at Comerica Park 1 week from tonight in Detroit, Michigan. Live the game with Windows.
He having glove and holds it for a face-off in the Toronto zone.
There are are some nights that the puck looks like a beach ball. And tonight, Bernier's having one of those nights when he is really seeing the puck well and following it beautifully. Another example there, he was all over it. Look at this one through traffic, and again finds it and is able to hold the rebound.
Funny, the guys shot that beach ball caught on his chest.
Yeah,
and
it's funny when you have night that you just feel so comfortable and you're seeing everything, and there's very little explanation for it other than the fact that it's just one of those games where you're on. And Bernier's had a lot of them this year, but tonight he's been extra sharp.
Hey, Greg, there's got to be a Hall of Fame that you've been in. I mean, not just paid to get in, but
man up into the crowd, so face off outside the blue line. It was a Rangers stick that directed it into the seats.
He missed the rotation moments ago, but he was on before that in a shift for well over 2 minutes. I imagine had to refill the tank, and Randy let him sit on the bench for a moment or two to regain his breath, and the Leafs will end.
Pro Hockey Life, the ultimate hockey megastore.
And another good save by Bernier. The Leafs doing a pretty good job, though, of boxing out in front of the net so that Bernier has a look.
Face off to the right, 3:21 to play in the period. 13 seconds left in the Orr minor. 1:48 left in the Nash penalty.
And this is where the Leafs can salvage something here. They've had their goaltender keep them in throughout the period. Now they're going to jump on the power play. Their power play was very good in period number 1. Let's see if they can get it going again.
But he makes a big save there.
Yeah, and a difficult save, because when you're sitting down watching the goalie at the other end make save after save and you're cold, it can be difficult and to keep your focus, and particularly when you get a shooter like Phil Kessel firing one off at you. Good save by Talbot once again. And it's interesting to watch Kessel and Van Riemsdyk.
Word or two back at the goal, and the Rangers have 1:09 to go on the Lupul penalty.
And Kreider there works the puck down low, and again it bounces right into the red basket of Bernier here, and he just collects it in. An extra shot by Kreider there on the left of your screen, and Philip doesn't like it much.
Kreider from Boxford, Massachusetts, a former Boston College Eagle.
This moves over.
It's a great skill. It really is. I mean, he is able to smother things off his chest.
And the Rangers not getting any traffic in front of them either. And if the Rangers are going to score on this guy tonight, the way his focus is, they better start getting some traffic in front. And nobody for New York at all is parked in front of Bernier in this game. And he continues to see the puck from 55, 60 feet out. Game, bar none. And of course, Randy Carlisle's got to tell his team, get out of the penalty box, and that's been the difference in the second period for the Maple Leafs. They just got into big-time penalty trouble. They skated so well in period number 1 and stopped skating in the second.
Well, they start icing as the end result, and it's going to come back into the New York end of the face-off circle to the right of Cam Talbot.
Yeah, Phaneuf only has played 58 seconds in this period, and in period 2 as well, there were parts of the latter half of the period where we didn't see him on the ice as much either.
He's still on the bench.
And in his backyard, worked on his stick handling. Every need to have a little, and he has had a terrific start to the season.
A pride of St. Paul, Minnesota, who came over for Scott Gomez. When you think about Montreal Canadian trades that didn't work out.
And of course, they dearly miss Mark Stahl, who's been struggling with those concussion issues. Another one on December the 7th.
Coming here with 8:22 to go in the third period, and the Leafs looking for the equalizer after J.T. Miller opened the scoring at 7:04 the third period.
Let's see if the Maple Leafs here can take advantage of this as the Holland line comes over against the fourth line for the New York Rangers.
Boyle will take the finesse. Going to be redirected off the blocking arm of Cam Talbot up into the screen. Out of play with 41 seconds to go in the third period.
I give Clarkson credit. I mean, he pushed that puck back from behind the net and started that play off with the wraparound. And it almost went in from the Clarkson initial chance. And then Kadri, Johnny on the spot, and he was the only guy in the building, I think, that knew where the puck was loose. And he tapped it in past Talbot, and the whistle didn't go, obviously. And so it's a good positioning. Positioning is so good. His rebound control, excellent. The glove was working. His mobility was terrific. He handled the puck well. Did I cover it all? What a great performance.
So we go to overtime. 4-on-4. And taking a look at the overtime statistics of the teams this season, the Leafs are 7-4 in overtime. 5 of those 7 wins have come in the shootout. The Rangers are just 2-2, and it goes off the stick of Bernier.
Well, McDonough with an unbelievable defensive play. We talked about him earlier in the third period, and he caught up to Kessel, and not many can do that. And he's going right over the boards again for a little bit more. Yeah, he's a player, I got to tell you. How about this?
There's Gardner had plenty of time to control the puck and do something with it.
Bernier again tracks it right into his body. No rebound. And after the giveaway by the Leafs are in trouble, Del Zotto leans into that baby too.
1:03 to go in the overtime. Final games before the shootout to decide this one in New York.
And the good news for the Leafs, they put another point in the bank on the road. And now they'll see if they can get the bonus point.
This is Cam Talbot's first ever